This is Eric's Top News. Hey folks, welcome to Eric's Top News, episode 2. And first of all, no shirt. I am shirtless. Well, there's a reason why, because I'm going to show you the shirt that I'm about to put on. Yes. That is my Looney Tunes Team USA shirt. Yeah, I got this for the Summer Olympics in 2024 at Walmart, believe it or not. Yeah. And you're probably thinking, why aren't you wearing this on Keat Sports News, KSN? Well, I wanted to wear this shirt on this date, today, okay? So I'm going to put it on right now while you hear this music. There we go. And yes, we all know this music. American Truck Simulator. Desktop number 1. According to you, T-Bone, if you are listening, you say that this is my theme song. Eric's theme song. Yeah, I guess it is. Well, really, all of them. All of these soundtracks can be my theme song. As you guys know, American Truck Simulator, my number 1 favorite game, the most played game. That's right. So this is episode 2. I just started this podcast about 2 weeks ago. That was episode 1. All right. And I said before I did episode 1, I did a little preview video on what this podcast is all about, right? And I said that I'm going to do this at least twice a month, one during the first half of the month and another one during the second half of the month. Well, February's almost halfway over already. I mean, yeah, it is the shortest month of the year. And today is Valentine's Day. So, happy Valentine's Day to all of you that are celebrating it. I don't celebrate it. I usually don't have anything big going on Valentine's Day. That's because I'm single. Yeah, I am Single. I've always have been, in case if you're wondering. So there you go. You got to know a little more about me. Although I think I said that in episode 1. Also, yes, you're probably wondering, why are you holding the microphone? Isn't it on the stand? Okay, so let me explain that. I know the music stopped. We're going to do this episode with no music other than that introduction. All right? So, because a lot of podcasts that I listen to, they don't play music. Well, like, I'm talking about like throughout the episode, throughout the program. All right, you'll just hear my voice. All right. So yeah, let me talk about this, the microphone. The reason why I'm holding it. Remember, if you saw my last 2 gaming videos, was the air hockey. I said that I'm holding the microphone while I'm playing the game because I just knew that you need the mouse. You need the mouse to play air hockey. So I'm holding the microphone because if you're watching, this is what happened. This is the stand. It came off of the stand. What happened was, this was months ago. I dropped the microphone and I thought it wasn't going to work. But this part broke. And I tried to super glue it, but it didn't really work out well. And now it just completely came off. But luckily, it works. It still works. It's plugged in, as you can see. If I unplug it, hello? Is this thing on? Okay. And I have a second microphone, which is the big one. It's actually behind me over there. Yeah, that still works. But lately I've been just using this one. I guess I'm holding it like I'm a TV talk show host. But luckily this still works, so that's good. And you guys know that I have a laptop. So last year I did record some videos and did some streams from that laptop, but recently it's been on the main PC. All right, so that's that. Will I fix this? Eventually I will. It's kind of weird just holding this. It's kind of heavy. Yeah, I mean, this microphone's really good. Blue Yeti, is that the name of it? It'll tell me on OBS, and yes, I'm using OBS. Yep, it is a microphone Yeti Nano. Got this at Best Buy, as well as the other microphone, the big one. Yeah, it's pricey, but everything at Best Buy is pricey. That means everything at Best Buy is really good. Like, the laptop that I got was also at Best Buy, and my big TV, that was also at Best Buy, and the microphones, and the GoPro, and my digital camera. Yeah. All that. I know. If you add all that up, that's like thousands of dollars, but it's really good. All right. So, yep. Since it's Valentine's Day, why not do this podcast? Episode 2. So like I said, unlike my sports talk channel, where I do 2 episodes a week, this will be about 2 episodes a month. All right, I'm not going to do this podcast as often as the sports talk channel, but hopefully there are viewers out there that actually care about listening to the episodes. And you don't have to watch, because it's just me talking to the camera. Although sometimes I'll show you something on camera, but a lot of times it's just me talking to the webcam. So you can do something while you're listening to me talk. It's pretty easy. I mean, it's like a, podcast. That's what it is. That's what I do. When I go out shopping at Walmart, I would listen to my favorite sports talk shows in my wireless earbuds, just minding my own business. Because a lot of times I go out on my own. I've seen people do it, and I've done it. So, yeah. And that is the reason why, I mentioned I love listening to sports talk podcasts, and that is how I got into doing my own a little over a year ago. And then I finally decided to do another podcast on the main channel, Eric's Top News, or ETN for short. Yeah. Again, if you're wondering why I named that sports talk channel Keith Sports News, that's because that is my middle name. And there are people that call me by my middle name, Keith. My first name's Eric, so Yeah. And that is how I started doing that skit. Yeah. Remember that skit I did for the Super Bowl? Eric versus Keith, Doritos and Pepsi skit. Well, a whole year later, I released the behind the scenes on how I made that video. It was about an hour video. Yeah, it's me practicing reading my lines, you know, as Keith with the bushy hair that I currently have, and Eric with the buzz cut haircut. Yeah. And T-Bone, I know if you're listening, you like to ask me questions, and one of them is, when will I get a haircut? I am going to get one pretty soon. I'm probably going to get one at the end of this month or at the beginning of March. I would usually get a haircut 3 times a year, so about every 3 to 4 months. Okay? I would get one during this time of the year. Last year I got it earlier, mainly because of the skit. Okay? And then I would get a second one during the summer, late June, early July, and then the third one I would get is right before the Halloween party, like the day before. So yeah, about every 3 to 4 months. Okay. The last time I cut it was the day before the Halloween party, which was on October 24. So it's almost been 4 months already. And to be honest, I do like the buzz cut. I do like the short haircut. I wish I could have that haircut all the time. I mean, I do look good. I think I look good with the with the bushy hair. Uh-oh. This cord is caught up on the stand. But I just like the buzz cut look because it feels better. And you know how it gets so hot in South Louisiana, it's ridiculous. The weather, it's been feeling like spring. Yeah. Even though it's February, it's still a winter month. It's been feeling like spring. Unfortunately. I say unfortunately because I don't want. Why does it have to be 75 degrees in February? I don't want that. Give me 55 degrees, 55 to 65 is my preferred temperature. Okay? Not too hot, not too cold. Anything above 75, too hot for me. Anything below 45, too cold for me. So that's why I said 55 to 65 is perfect for me. All right? Somehow maybe we'll get winter weather again in early March. I don't know. But maybe spring is here. Maybe spring is here a little more than a month early, I guess. But it's like this every year during the winter season. We get spring type of weather days. Sometimes we get freezing cold days. Last year it snowed. Last year it was a record. Yeah. And then 10 days later, it's 75 degrees. Yeah. But, I mean, I don't mind it, but it's just kind of weird at the same time. This, I have a lot of Team USA shirts. I have a lot of USA shirts. I've been wearing those while I'm watching the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. So, yeah. Okay, speaking of the Winter Olympics, let's get into the next topic here. I made a list of the things that I want to talk about, just like on my sports talk channel. So, last weekend, we had the Winter Olympics party. If you look behind me in the background, you can see some balloons. Under the balloons, there's actually an Olympic banner. You can't see it because of I guess it's because of the sunlight, even though it looks like it's cloudy outside. But anyways, yeah. Last weekend, we had the Winter Olympics party. And I don't want to talk too much about it because I prefer talking about that in the next episode of Eric's Top News because I haven't released the big party video yet. At first, I was planning on releasing that this weekend, like today or tomorrow, but most likely it'll be next weekend, and that's when the Winter Olympics will come to an end. So most likely I will release the Winter Olympics party video next weekend, and then in the next episode of Eric's Top News, which will be towards the end of February, I will talk about the Winter Olympics party itself. I will break it down because, I try to record as much as possible, but if I record a lot, it's going to drain the battery from my camera, and I have to charge it, you know? I do have a second camera, the GoPro, but, yeah. And over there, you see behind me, that's a laptop. I usually record this room whenever we have these parties, okay? Do y'all remember the Summer Olympics party in 2024? A lot of the footage was in this room. It'll be the same with the Winter Olympics party. Yeah, first time ever we had this Winter Olympics party. You know, every year we have swimming parties and the Halloween party. We never really have a different party when it's not summer and not Halloween season. The party went well. I'm not going to say who was there and who wasn't there because that'll basically be me spoiling the party video. So like I said, I'm not going to talk much about it until after I release the party video, and then I'll talk about that in the next episode of Eric's Top News. But we actually had the party last weekend. And, yeah, that's all I can say, really. I'm going to have to go through the footages and see what I can use. All right. But, yeah, I love watching the Winter Olympics. I'm an Olympic junkie. And if you want to hear me talk about that more, I released the latest episode of KSN, Keith Sports News, the other day. Yeah, if you want to hear me talk more about Olympics, go ahead and check that out because that is a sports talk channel. This is other stuff that I want to talk about. All right? And I'll put that in the end screen like I usually do. All right? But, yeah. And that is why I'm wearing this shirt. And, yeah. Speaking of the Winter Olympics, remember I did that live stream, or 2 streams of me playing Mario and Sonic at the Vancouver 2010 Winter Olympic Games for the first time. And I actually enjoyed that. I did. First time ever playing that game. I've played all of the Mario and Sonic Olympic Games except for the very first one, which was Beijing 2008. And you know, it's kind of funny. One of my subscribers, his name is Acermani456. Acer, if you're somehow listening to this, you said that the only Mario and Sonic Olympic Games you've ever played was the very first one, Beijing 2008. For me, it's the complete opposite. I've played all the other ones except for the very first one. So I guess I might as well play that in the summer. Yeah, there are certain games I would like to live stream during the summer, and that would have to be one of them. I don't know why. I could have live streamed that game in 2024, but I guess I just didn't thought of it at the time because 2024 was the last Summer Olympics. All right. And Acer, I know that this year is Sonic the Hedgehog's 35th anniversary. There is, because I'm not a big Sonic fan like you. I never grew up playing Sonic games. I mainly grew up playing Super Mario games. You grew up playing Sonic games. Since this is the 35th anniversary of Sonic the Hedgehog, I'm going to try and play some Sonic games. I got this one Sonic the Hedgehog game. I got this one Sonic the Hedgehog game. It's like a racing game. All right. Okay, this is now some gaming news. It's on the Wii U. I forgot the name of it. I think it's like Sonic All-Stars Racing, but I remember I saw you live stream that game. And I said to myself, wow, that game looks really cool. I would like to get that game. And I got that game. But I never played it yet. So I guess that'll be like the first Sonic game that I'll play this year. 2 years ago, I did live stream Sonic Frontiers because I heard that was a really good game. And Acer really wanted me to live stream that game. And I did watch some of his streams of him playing that game. I'm not that great, unlike him. It's kind of like me, T-Bone, if you're listening, for Luigi's Mansion 2. I did some live streams of that game, but I'm not as good as you are, you know? So, yeah, hey, we all have our favorites. So, and I haven't even seen any of the Sonic movies, believe it or not. I know there's 3. There's 3 Sonic the Hedgehog movies, and I haven't seen any of them. I know Acer, you've seen all 3 of them. I know. I haven't seen any of them. Might as well see them this year for the 35th anniversary. Yeah. And I know the Mario Galaxy movie's coming up really soon. I'll have to rewatch the Super Mario Bros. Movie from 2 years ago before I go see the Galaxy movie. I only seen it once. Yeah. In theaters. And haven't seen it ever since. But I will watch that again. Because I enjoyed that movie. You know, if you're a Super Mario fan in general, you're going to enjoy these movies. If you're a Sonic the Hedgehog fan in general, you're going to enjoy those movies. You know? Last year, this might sound weird. I'm not a movie person. I know a lot of people, they like to watch movies on their spare time for their entertainment. I'm not like that. I'm more into games. Although I don't play games every day. It may seem like it because I do a lot of gaming videos. And yes, a lot of times when I'm playing games, I would record the gameplay. Okay? But I don't record every day. It may seem like I do, because, I know I release videos every day, but a lot of those videos aren't recorded the same date as I release them. Okay? Maybe that's why you like to ask that question, T-Bone. When was this recorded? All right? So, but lately, I've been watching Winter Olympics because I love it. Because it happens once every 4 years, you know? Yeah. All right. So, what was I saying? Yeah, the Mario Galaxy movie. Oh, yeah. This just popped in my head. I would like to play some Mario Galaxy before the movie comes out. Or before I go see it. Because I don't think I'm going to see it on the first night it comes out. But I will see it in theaters. The plan is that I'm actually going to see it with some of my friends. Yeah. Actually, I take that back. I actually have done that before, but that was a long time ago. That was when I was still growing up. This will be my first time doing this as an adult. Because you know how back then, how the parents have to take their kids to these places? Not anymore for us, because we're all grown up, Yeah, I think I'll have to confirm if they still want to do that with me. I think we are. I think we will. And the friends I'm going to go with, if you're familiar with their faces and their names, I'm going with Hamza, Landon, Logan, and maybe Brad. So that is what? 5 people? 4 or 5 people? So that'll be exciting. Yeah, I know it comes out in early April. And we don't have to see it on opening night. Because, I think when a film is in theaters, it'll stay in theaters for like a month. But we don't want to wait too long. We got to go see it before the month of May comes. So, yeah. So before I go see that movie, I would like to play some Mario Galaxy just to hype myself up. And if you remember, in 2022, I did a lot of Mario Galaxy videos with my friend Brad, mainly Galaxy 1. Galaxy 2, we didn't do as much, but Galaxy 1, we did a lot. And I remember on my birthday stream, I believe it was part 1, May 18, 2022, was like a 9-hour stream of Mario Galaxy, a marathon. Isn't that crazy? Now, the first hour and a half, if you remember that stream, which not many people tuned in at the time, if you remember that stream, the first hour and a half was pre-recorded footage. And after that, the rest of it was live. Meaning, my friend and I, we basically played Mario Galaxy for 7.5 hours. And what we did was we played as Luigi. And in order to play as Luigi, you need to get every single star in that game, which is 120. Okay? And that's what we did in the regular videos. Okay? And then we decided, hey, let's play Mario Galaxy again as Luigi, but let's try and beat the game in one stream. And that's what we did. We didn't have to get every single star. How many stars you need to get? At least 80? Or maybe it's like 70 or 75. So that's what we did. So it was kind of like a speed run, but it wasn't an actual speed run because I didn't put a timer or anything, or the live split, that's what it's called. But we beat the game in one stream, so that was cool. But yeah, him and I, back then, Brad came over every Wednesday during the spring season because that was his off day, and I wasn't working at the time. So that's why we were able to do a lot of gaming videos. We also did a lot of Mario Super Sluggers and some Mario Party 8 videos. So, yeah. Those are the games. Those are the games I grew up playing. Excuse me, I gotta get a drink. Luckily, I can pause my recording. Okay. I'm getting kind of hungry. Yeah, I'm going to upload this as soon as I'm done. Recording this in the same day as it's being released. Yeah. So, and remember when after Mario Galaxy 2 came out, do you remember back in the day, everyone thought there would be a Mario Galaxy 3? I mean, I guess that's still a possibility now that the Mario Galaxy movie's coming out and the Nintendo Switch 2 came out last year. I don't have that, by the way. I don't plan on getting that anytime soon. I don't think any of my friends have that. The only one that I know that has that is you, 5-Tayer, if you're listening to this episode, he is the MVP of my sports talk channel, Keith Sports News KSN. Yeah, he's actually listened to every single episode. So I thank him for that. All right. But 5-Tayer, if you're listening, you're the only one that I know that has the Nintendo Switch 2. All right. Yeah, and I got to be honest, I've only seen a picture of it. That's it. I did not see any videos on people unboxing it. I didn't see the trailer. I don't know. I don't really follow. I'm kind of weird. I don't really follow gaming news, basically. I guess the only gaming news I follow is American Truck Simulator, because that is my number one favorite game. But when I was growing up in the 2010s, mainly the 2010s, like the early to mid 2010s, I did follow quite a bit of gaming news from Nintendo, because back then that was when the Nintendo Wii U came out. All right, I got that in Christmas of 2013, basically 1 year after it came out. Then a couple years later, my brother showed me the trailer of the Nintendo Switch, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's really a thing. That was like in 2016, and then it came out in March of 2017. It's about to be 9 years since the Nintendo Switch 1 came out. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah. And if you're wondering, when did I get the Nintendo Switch 1? It was actually on my birthday in 2017, which was over 2 months after it came out. So not too long after it came out. And I know back then it was hard to get those consoles. They were very expensive. I wonder how much they cost now. Are they cheaper now that the Nintendo Switch 2 came out? If not, then that's kind of stupid. That's like when the Wii U came out, did the Nintendo Wii, did the price went down for that console? I don't know. So, but, yeah, I don't really follow today's gaming news very much. But, yeah, I guess it's because I like to go back in time for my gaming. Which is why a lot of those gaming videos, those Nintendo gaming videos, were from the past, the old consoles, because I grew up with those consoles, the Wii U, and the DS. Okay? And that special gaming console that I got, I just finished, not too long ago, Mario Kart DS. That was the first series that I did on that console, that special gaming console, the KidBehindACamera Pro, that I got a little over a year ago. And remember, I got it from Eileen's father. Remember Eileen, the Christmas child? Yeah, got it from her father. There's another game I would like to play on that console, and that is New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, because I grew up playing that game. That is a great game. That game is approaching its 20th anniversary in a couple of months, so I might as well do a series on that game for its 20th anniversary. That's what I did for Mario Kart DS back in November. I started that series back in November because that was when the game came out 20 years ago, November of 2005. And I kind of did the same thing for Mario Sports Mix on the Wii. That came out in November of 2010, 15 years ago. Yeah, I like to do these anniversaries. Another one, Diner Dash 2, Restaurant Rescue. I remember looking up the release date of that game, and it said January 18th, I believe. And I'm like, whoa. At the time, that's like the next day. Oh, the sun's out. It's brighter. Yeah, and that's why episode 1 was on January 18th, because that was when the game came out. Speaking of Diner Dash 2, the next video after this will be Diner Dash 2. The next episode of that game, yep, I've been doing 2 episodes a week of that game. And I like to record the episodes in advance because I got kind of addicted playing that game. Just like the old me. The old me got addicted playing that game. So, yeah, next episode of that game will be, I guess, tonight. I'll try to premiere that tonight. If any of you all are going to listen to this on Valentine's Day. So, yeah. Any other gaming news? Yeah, American Truck Simulator. American Truck Simulator. So, I'm now done playing that game for a while, meaning this is the off season for me of that game. Season 5 ended. Okay, I did 35 episodes of season 5 from June 1st of last year until it was the John Cena special, which was a couple weeks ago. So we're talking like over 7 months of season 5. And then the 10th anniversary was coming up. I had to do special episodes. Of that game. Or excuse me, special live streams, but they don't count as episodes because I put, the title of the anniversary, the 10th anniversary. And instead of doing one stream, I did 3 because it's the 10th anniversary. So that is what I did on February 2nd, 3rd, and the 4th, which was Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So, and I noticed that a lot of my American Truck Simulator streams get a lot of views, so I thank y'all very much. Because a lot of people actually play that game, believe it or not. It's one of those games where it just gets bigger and bigger every year. Because when that game came out 10 years ago, it was just 2 states, California and Nevada. That was it. And then later Arizona was added, and Oregon, Washington, and so on. Now there's a bunch of states, like half of the country, almost about half of the country's in it. The western half of the USA is in American Truck Simulator. And, I got so excited that Louisiana came out, and I did special episodes, streams of that game. I haven't got a chance to show my friends that, but I think I remember telling them that, hey, the state of Louisiana is about to come out in Truck Simulator. See, none of them have that game. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, is that game coming out? If not, is it already out on PlayStation? You can play American Truck Simulator on PlayStation. If that's true, then that's awesome because my friend Brad has a PlayStation, and he said he would like to get that game. And if he gets that game, oh my gosh, we can play online, convoy, we can do a phone call while we're trucking. That would be cool. We can do like our own little road dog trucking radio. Remember that? Some of the streams I would play, or actually a lot of times, American Truck Simulator, I would play either music or the radio. And if I play the radio, if it's just talking, it's one of them was from Road Dog Trucking Radio on Sirius XM, because I have Sirius XM. All right. And I mainly listen to sports talk radio, sports talk podcasts on Sirius XM. But my favorite non-sports related podcast or show or channel that it's not music related or sports related, you have to be Road Dog Trucking Radio. I'm wondering if they mentioned that game. Have they ever mentioned that game on there? Because I don't listen to that channel very much, but whenever I do, I'm always entertained. But I never heard them talk about American Truck Simulator. But these are, people calling in, mainly truck drivers, telling stories, which is really cool. One of the special episodes, or excuse me, the special streams of the 10th anniversary of American Truck Simulator, a real life trucker actually tuned in from Indiana. That was really cool. A real life trucker, and he actually plays this game. Yeah, there are actual real life truckers that actually play that game. That's awesome. Like, I think you guys know by now, I grew up playing the old version, 18 Wheels of Steel, American Long Haul, mainly that game. And I got addicted. Playing that game. That used to be on Wild Tangent Games. I mainly grew up playing Wild Tangent Games on that old computer behind me, Windows 7. I'll have to see if the computer still works, if it still turns on. I know I said that before, but I never got a chance to record a video on that. As well as the Nintendo Wii. I still have my old Wii, but I basically haven't used it ever since the Wii U came out. No, well, I take that back. I think the last time I really used it was like in 2016 or 2017, so about 10 years ago. It's been about 10 years since I last used the Nintendo Wii. I'll have to see if it still works. I don't know, I've said that before, that I would like to do a video to see if it still works, but I always forget. I always forget. So, I still have it, though. But yeah. So, I want to thank all of y'all that tuned in for those American Truck Simulator streams. And I want to give a big shout out to Five Tayer. Because he played with me. We actually played together for the first time. Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. 3 streams. The third stream was 8 hours. 8 hours. And you know what's crazy about that? Was that it was on a work night. I had work the next day and I didn't sleep much. I know. Yeah, I had to pay the price basically. Oh well. But if this was on the weekend, that would be perfect. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, But obviously, I had to do something special for that. So, and that was Five Tayer, thank you so much once again for joining me. And I know you said you recorded your perspective. I haven't checked that out yet. What if I do a reaction? What if I do a live stream reaction of me watching your perspective? I'm sure you don't mind that, right? Yeah. 8 hours, part 3. What a marathon. And I know a lot of times I talk for a while before I actually start playing the game. I know some of you might not like that. I understand, especially if it's live. But I think there are people that do watch the streams as an archive, and then you don't have to listen to me talk for 2 hours straight before I get into the game. You can just skim through it. That's up to you. But yeah. But I'm glad there aren't any people that are complaining about what I do. Okay, so that's the best part. No hate comments, thankfully. There might be some trolls there and there, but no hate comments, so that's good, all right? And, yeah, the 10th anniversary of American Truck Simulator, that basically was the end of Season 5. I did say after those special streams, I said that I'll be taking a break, just like I did last year. How long will the break be? I don't know. I came back in June of last year, so last year's break was almost 4 months. I don't know if it'll be 4 months again. It might be less, Maybe I'll come back sooner. I don't know. But I don't know when I'll come back. But hey, throughout the year, I do channel update videos, which I will still do even though I'm doing this podcast. This is me talking more about my channel. Okay? Because there are people out there that actually care about my content. So thank you so much. But that's the thing. You're not gonna like everything that I do. That's the thing. You're not gonna like every single video that I release. It is what it is. You know, I can't please everybody. That's the thing. So if you don't like American Truck Simulator, that's fine. But you might like another game that I like playing. You know, because there's so many games out there. We don't play the same games. You know? It is what it is. So, but I know I upload pretty much every day. You know, I guess because I have so many footages, so many unreleased videos. I go way back. Yeah, I go way back. Hey, remember the channel update video I mentioned? I have... Oh, wait. Where is it? Huh. I don't see it. Oh, it must be in a different room. Okay. Yeah. I have an old external hard drive with a bunch of old pictures and some old videos of me. So maybe throughout this year I'll release some of those. I kind of did last year for Halloween and Christmas. But yeah, because you know it was Halloween month, Christmas month. I don't want to release Christmas videos in the summer. That would be kind of weird. And I don't want to release Halloween videos during the spring. That would also be kind of weird, you know? I want to fit in with the season. So that's why, even though February, even though the weather's been warm, but it's still a winter month, that's why I've been playing these winter-themed games, you know? All right? To kind of fit in with the season. But yeah. I do know that American Truck Simulator has the, like a Valentine's event. I did that in 2024, I think. I didn't do it last year, but I know I did it one year. I think it might have been 2024. That might have been their first year ever doing that. They called it the Holland Hearts event. I don't know if it's still called that. But hey, I'm not into Valentine's Day, so that's not for me. But I know Euro Truck Simulator 2 has that as well for World of Trucks. Speaking of Euro Truck Simulator 2, I do have two. I know I have at least one, but I think I have two unreleased videos of my friends playing that game for the first time. And those guys are Alec and Brad. Okay? Because they like playing this game. Yeah. Oh, by the way, Alec, he lives in Virginia. In case if you don't know, he lives in Virginia. The reason why he's in Virginia is mainly because he's in college. I think this is his last semester. But I think he's going to permanently live there because his parents actually just moved there with him. Yeah, so unfortunately I'm not going to see him very much. Because I always like seeing him. I always enjoy seeing him. So, yeah, he's like one of those friends, one of those great friends that just had to move away, you know. But hey, I have his phone number. I have his Discord. I have his Instagram. So we'll message throughout the year. But if he was still in town, I would totally invite him to these parties that we have. So, yeah. Okay. Next thing, we'll stay on YouTube. And that is, I forgot to mention this in the last episode, but good thing I remember this time. I'm approaching my 14th anniversary on YouTube. Yeah. My 14th anniversary on YouTube. I joined YouTube February 18th, 2012. So that's almost 14 years ago. My channel is hitting puberty. Can you believe that? And every year I usually do something special for my YouTube anniversary. But I got to be honest with you guys. I haven't thought of any ideas on what I should be doing. I haven't really thought of any ideas. I don't know how many streams I'll be doing. I usually do at least 2 or 3. Remember in 2022, that was my 10th anniversary. I did like what? 8 streams? What? Like a week of streams. Might as well do that again next year for my 15th anniversary. But for my 14th anniversary, I don't know what I'll be doing. That's coming up the 18th. What date is that? I know that's in the middle of the week. That's on a Wednesday. Because I usually go to work on the weekdays. I'll do something special, but I don't know what it'll be exactly. Yeah, I know. I haven't really thought of what I'll be doing on for my 14th anniversary. I mean, I'll do something. But I don't know what it'll be. I might keep you guys updated on my community posts. Yes, sometimes I do posts on my channel, so I don't know if you guys get notifications on posts, or because for me, I usually see people's posts on my homepage. I don't know if I get notifications. Well, maybe you do. Maybe I think I do. I think you do, but yeah. I guess I'll let you guys know. But I'm probably not going to do much because, like I said, I love watching the Winter Olympics. So I kind of just want to take it easy a bit, you know. But I'll see what I can do. All right. So I'll probably do a post sometime next week. I'll do something, but I don't know what it'll be. I mean, it's usually gaming. It's usually gaming related. Maybe I'll do kind of like what I did for my birthday streams. I'll do, because sometimes for my birthday streams I'll do Nintendo related games, PC games, stuff like that. But I really haven't really decided on what I'll be doing. So, anyways, man, I just can't believe that's coming up. Yeah. But yeah, every year I usually do something special for my YouTube anniversaries as well as my birthday. My birthday is coming up in 3 months. I usually do special streams for that as well. And Easter. I usually do a Roblox Easter stream. I know I don't play Roblox much anymore, but I guess every year I do for Easter. I usually do an Easter special stream. Easter is early this year. It's on the first Sunday of April, right? April 5th. Okay. So, I guess I will do something special for Easter. Roblox. Oh, I do have some unreleased old footage of me on Easter, so I guess I'll have to release those as well. Yeah. You get to see the old me. What was I like as a kid for Easter? You got to see me for Halloween. You got to see me for Christmas. Now, pretty soon you'll see me for Easter. Next channel update video, I don't know when that'll be, because I did one for the winter season, right? The winter season. Yeah, so I guess it'll be sometime next month, the next channel update video. All right. And then this podcast, like I said, it's basically me breaking things down in more details. You know, talking about the big videos, the big streams, a little bit more about me, the behind the scenes that aren't on camera, you know, because I don't record everything, even though I do record a lot, but not every single thing. Yeah. So, I think later today I'm going to try and meet up with some friends, but I'll have to confirm with them. Okay. I don't know. Maybe We might go out somewhere, but it is Valentine's Day. Might be busy. And it is on a Saturday. That's the thing. So, I don't know. I think all my friends are single, too. Oh, you're lonely on Valentine's Day? I am, too. Let's meet up. Okay. All right. Anything else I want to talk about before we get to last topic? Yeah, the current games that I'm focusing on: Diner Dash 2, Restaurant Rescue, American Girl, Mia Goes for Great. Also, that was also on Wild Tangent Games. I grew up playing that game. It's a winter-themed game, even though it's kind of a girls' game, but I don't know what got me into that game. I just remember me playing that game. So that is a winter-themed game, and it's kind of funny because they mentioned the Olympics in that game, so that's perfect. So, yeah. Yeah, lately it's some random gaming videos, but that's because I just want to take it easy right now. And I'll think of something on what I want to do for my YouTube 14th anniversary. Okay. Now, last thing I like to do before I end this episode is talk about on this date. That's right. What else did I upload from the past 14 years almost on February 14th? On this date, Valentine's Day. Well, I found two. I did a video called Kid Behind the Camera Saw My Comment in 2022. And that was one of those random videos. Even though that could have been a short, a video like that could have been a short, but I think shorts were a thing back then, right? But I was not into shorts. I was not interested in doing shorts until 2 years later in 2024. Now I'm into shorts. It's kind of funny how when YouTube first introduced shorts, I was like, well, that's a stupid idea. But now shorts have become a thing. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, in 2022, on this date, February 14th, I did a video called Kid Behind the Camera Saw My Comment. Now, Kid Behind the Camera is a YouTuber I used to watch years ago. He's the son of Angry Grandpa. Okay. Kid Behind the Camera, his name is Michael. He also is known as Pickle Boy. And he, I don't watch him anymore because his channel is not the same, obviously. If you remember watching Angry Grandpa back in the day, Kid Behind the Camera, his channel is not the same as it was in the 2010s. But I still get notifications from him. I check in on his channel once in a while. But he does like clickbait videos, and people don't like that, including myself. Like, when a video gets a chunk of dislikes, that means something's not right. You know? Something's not right when a video gets a chunk of dislikes. Okay? Like, I don't want to do clickbait because I don't want to piss off my subscribers. I don't want to get my subscribers upset at me. But he can do that because he has a lot of subscribers. I guess some big YouTubers can do that. But I'm not a big YouTuber. That'd be kind of crazy if I turn out to be a big YouTuber. I don't know. But yeah, that video called Kid Behind the Camera Saw My Comment. I just thought it was kind of cool that a big YouTuber at the time saw my comment. But yeah, if you want to see that video, I'll put that in the end screen. And last year, I did a short called Be My Valentine 2025. Yeah, that video or that short was something random that I put together. It started off with Eiley, the Christmas child. She asked me if I had a girlfriend in my own bedroom. Can you believe that? A child asked me that question. That the first time ever. Okay. Unfortunately, my recording stopped because my PC ran out of storage. And it didn't give me a notify. Usually it'll give me a notify on Windows that, hey, your storage is full. It didn't give me it. Well, I mean, what the heck? Anyways, I'm almost done anyways. That means I got to put the clips together, and that's going to take a while to export the video and then upload it. Dang. Because that happened in episode 1, which is why episode 1 was released late that date, because I was tired all day that day. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So, yeah, Valentine's Day, February 14th, on this date last year, I released a short called Be My Valentine. And that short had children in it. Started off with Eiley asking me if I had a girlfriend in my own bedroom. And she wanted to play Truth or Dare, basically. And see, that was the same night, the same evening. Where she destroyed a keyboard along with Caden and Mason. That was not my keyboard. That was Caden's keyboard. And then we went back into my bedroom, and then she straight up wanted to play Truth or Dare. And I said Truth, and the look on her face, she wanted me to say Dare. But I said Truth, and then she asked me that question. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Why? Why would you ask me that? A child asking a grown man if he had a girlfriend. Like, wow. And then I asked her, and then I gave her the answer, which was no, and then she said that's a lie. I'm like, what? Then I asked her the same thing, and then it sounded like she got offended, and she said, no, I'm still a kid. Before you know it, she'll be a teenager. So, and then it led to, I'm trying to remember, that what was it called? It led to these other little girls at this party that we were at. February 1st of last year, that was actually part of my 2000 video extravaganza. Remember that video that, I'm sure y'all remember that big 10-hour video where I put the dates. I put the dates in the description of these clips that were recorded. Okay. And this is the one where I was at the this party from last year's last year's 2000 video extravaganza. And these two little girls, they're called their names are Leilani and Sophia. Sophia is Cassie's little sister, if you remember Sophia, or if you remember Cassie. That was when she shoved my camera. Oh, by the way, this is unexpected news. Their mom gave birth to a third child, and it's a boy. That's right. Cassie and Sophia, they now have a baby brother. I know. How do I know that? Because I found her mom's Facebook. And sometimes I like to check in on what people are up to, what they're doing. And sometimes I see their posts and I check to see what they're up to, and wow, their mom gave birth. And yes, I know her mom has been pregnant for the past, well, it's usually 9 months, right? Because I saw them in December. That's when I did those series of shorts with them towards the end of the year of last year. And Yeah. But so yeah, back to the short, Be My Valentine. It was just something random that I put together, clips together into a short, even though they were recorded from my camera. They weren't recorded from my phone. Um, so it went from Eiley to Cassie and Sophia, and then it went to the Halloween party 2024 when they were wrestling that giant teddy bear. Yeah, the same children, Eiley, Leilani, and Cassie. And then because I'm watching the short as I'm speaking, and my two friends, Landon and Logan, they were in the background, and they remember that. They remember seeing those girls wrestling that giant teddy bear. Yeah, I brought that big teddy bear out just to see what would happen. By the way, that giant teddy bear, my mom got that on Valentine's Day. I think it was in 2011 or maybe 2010. Yeah, that teddy bear's older than those girls. That giant teddy bear is older than those girls. It's funny. Because you know how when you go to Walmart or even Walgreens or CVS for Valentine's Day, you'll see those giant teddy bears. One time, I saw at Walmart a giant sloth in 2022. Yeah. I have a picture, and I might as well show it to you. Right now. Oh, and that short, it ended with a picture of me showing Curious George Be My Valentine DVD set on PBS Kids. Yeah, I grew up watching Curious George, so yeah, it was kind of funny. So let me find that picture here. Yeah, in 2022, before Valentine's Day, my mom took a picture of me with this giant sloth plush stuffed animal. And no, I didn't get it because it's gigantic and it's heavy. And if you put that in your shopping cart, it's going to take up the whole cart. Yeah. Okay, I found the image. So bear with me once I add this image to the video. It's my first time doing this. I've never done this on KSN, my sports talk channel. Uh-oh. Oh, no. Now it's not responding. Am I still recording? Okay, good. Here it is. Oh, you can see it. That is me. That is me from 4 years ago. My hairstyle was kind of different back then. That is me with a giant ass sloth stuffed animal. Holy crap. I do have a sloth stuffed animal, but that was for the holidays. Christmas of 2021. But look at the size of this thing. Holy smokes. Yeah. There it is. At Walmart. I don't know how much it costs, but I didn't get it. Yeah. All right, so there you have it. This was a good episode. Good episode. So, like I said, at least 2 episodes a month. One during the first half of the month, and one towards the end of the month. So I know the last episode and this episode was on a Saturday. Maybe the next episode will also be on a Saturday in about 2 weeks. Well, 2 weeks. In 2 weeks will be the last date of February. So I'll make sure to do the next episode before the end of the month. So yeah, next episode I will talk about the Winter Olympics party itself after I released that big video, and yeah, I'll see what I can do. I know I still haven't decided on what I'll be doing for my 14th anniversary, but I'll think of something. I'll have to, I guess I'll do a post or whatever. All right. Yep, you hear this music again. American Truck Simulator. This might as well. The Truck Simulator music might as well be the intro and the outro theme. I haven't decided which one I want to use permanently, or maybe I don't have to decide which one. Maybe I'll just do a different kinds. Unlike KSN, it's usually a certain one every time. That's from an old hunting simulator. Anyways, have a good rest of your weekend. See you later. Thanks for listening to Eric's Top News.